In other news this evening, still no clear timeline, but the Minister of Public Works insists Bahamians will soon learn when action will be taken on shanty towns. Cleopatra Murphy has the details as the minister further defends the government against what some perceive as continued inaction.
Government will soon announce when it will move forward with plans to demolish shanty towns throughout the country. Minister of Public Works and Utilities, the Honourable Alfred Sayers, says the Shantytown Committee is actively working toward that end. He also addressed criticism from former Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Dr. Hubert Minnis, that government is pandering on the issue of eradicating the unregulated communities after Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, suggested at CARICOM that government would not move immediately to tear down shanty towns, reasoning that this could create another crisis. However, in his national address said government would take decisive action.
It is the government that went to court and argued and persuaded the court to dismiss the action and to discharge the injunction.
Supreme Court Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson lifted the 2018 injunction preventing government from tearing down unregulated communities in New Providence and parts of Abaco before being extended to all of Abaco in 2021 on January 10th. Member of Parliament for South and Central Abaco, John Pinder, sees it as a blessing that the injunction was lifted, particularly for Abaco, noting that the country must take control of the problem.
I see real action happening for the first time in a very long time. Hasn't been a boat that has touched Abaco. A migrant boat has touched Abaco in some time now, and that's to do the good work and the efforts done in our southern territories. Now the task force is coming up with a particular plan, and I have full optimism that they will do this in a manly, humanely, and responsible way.
In his national address Sunday, the Prime Minister put shantytown dwellers on alert that all residents occupying those communities will have to leave and relocate on their own. Minister of Social Services and Urban Development, the Honourable Obi Wilshcombe, spoke to whether his ministry would provide assistance.
In circumstances where we believe it is necessary, then obviously we'll have to step in. But we're operating on the premise that there are only two types of people who are there, those who are there legally and those who are there illegally, those who are in the Bahamas, I mean legally and illegally. And at the end of the day, either way, it should work itself out. But of course, Ministry of Social Services must always be there for Bahamians who have difficulties.
Although acknowledging that shanty towns are a danger and a threat to public health and cannot be allowed to flourish, government stresses that it will be humane with the process. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.